Hi Foxes, welcome back to my channel. This is Brittany from SHOPFOXBURROW on the Poshmark app. I'm also on Instagram and Etsy under the same username, SHOPFOXBURROW, all one word. And today I have a video for you that's relatively common among the Poshmark and the reseller community, but with a twist. So this is my first weekend ever doing $1,000 in sales over one 3-day weekend. It was a holiday weekend. So I'm just going to go over what I sold, let you see my cover shots and my descriptions and everything. And then most importantly, I'm going to tell you sort of my statistics and what I was what I did to get to that point. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, if you like reseller content, go ahead and hit subscribe down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video so that I know that you like this type of content and I can keep making more. And without further ado, I'll dive right into my stats. So to start out with, I had 671 approximate active listings on Poshmark. This is all on Poshmark, so even though I may have sold things on other platforms, the numbers that I'm giving you are all from the Poshmark platform. I had about $25,000 worth of listed inventory, so that is my asking price. If you go into your Posh stats, it'll give you an inventory dollar amount number, and that's what I'm talking about there. That's the total value of everything in my closet if it's sold at full price right now. So that was $25,000. And I sold 47 items in 33 orders. And 8 of those orders were bundle sales. So those are sort of the numerical stats for how many items it took for me to get those kind of sales. So again, I had 671 active listings, and of those 671 active listings, I sold 47 of them. Now, my average sale price was $21.27. So for each item sold, the average sale price was $21.27. Now, I had a lot of sales you're gonna see that were like $8 and $10. And those are my little like boutique items that I have, and what those kind of do for me is I don't make a lot of money on those. We're talking like maybe $2 or $3 per item that I'm making, but it brings people into my closet. And when I do my markdowns on those items, or I send out offers on those items, it really gets people like bundling and thinking about shopping in my closet. So it's sort of like I don't want to say like a sacrifice that I make, but it's like, and it's not a loss leader, but it's definitely like a lower margin item that I use to get people into my closet. So of those 47 items and 33 orders, 18 of them were offers that were initiated by buyers. 9 of them were people that accepted my offer to liker. There was 1 full price purchase, and there were 5 closet clear out. All of this totaled up to $1,114 in gross sales. My net was, so what was deposited into my bank account from Poshmark was $868.12. And then if you take out my cost of goods, which was $135, then my take-home profit was $733 for that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday weekend, which in my mind is really good. You know, it's hard to do such like a large volume number over the weekend, but I had a couple of things that kind of came together for me that weekend, and I'll go over that in a little bit more detail. So what happened was once a month I go through and send out my sort of deepest discount at the moment for my entire closet. So I'll go through and send offers on every single item in my closet. Now this week, or this particular weekend, it was also closet clear out on Friday. So what I did was any item that was over 5 months old, I marked it down 30% that morning with closet clear out. And I sent offers on the rest of my items because I don't really send offers for more than 30% off of my asking price. So I went ahead and dropped those closet clear outs. And like you saw, I had 5 people accept those. And I'd say I probably dropped about 75 items with closet clear out. And then again in the evening before I went to sleep, well, sometime around like 8 o'clock, before I settled in and stopped working for the night, I sent another set of closet clear out offers for 10% off. So that would be like a total of 40% off of my original asking price on those items that were more than 5 months old that I was willing to take 40% off on. And then the rest of my closet, again, I sent out offers to likers. And a lot of times, even though I only had, 8 people accept those offers to likers, I had 18 people start an offer or start a bundle. And I accepted almost any offer that I felt that I could accept over the weekend, and it really kept the momentum rolling. I say sales beget sales, so when Poshmark sees that you're really active, they see that you're making sales, they see that you're accepting offers, it puts your items in front of more people, and you just keep those sales rolling in. So I find that by sending out offers on my entire closet, people who have liked multiple items in my closet see that I'm like really looking to make deals with people, and they start those bundles or they send me offers. And if I send somebody an offer on a sweater that I just listed and I send an offer for 10% off, but they see that on an older sweater that I listed, I'm sending an offer for 30% off, they might bundle those two together and then offer me 30% off of both, in which case I will take them. So yeah, it's just, that is sort of what I did to get there. And now I'm going to switch over to my computer and I'm going to show you each of the sales in each of the items, and we can kind of talk a little bit more about the different items and pricing strategies. All right, see you there. I had over the weekend, this was Friday morning. This was a pair of my husband's Toms. He just didn't wear them anymore. He really only wore them a couple of times at the lake, but because it was mostly walking on dirt, the bottoms were pretty dirty. I did not put them through the wash. Someone offered me 15 and I just went ahead and took them because they didn't have a lot of likes. It was only one person, so I went ahead and accepted that. Next up was this Modcloth dress. This dress I had hoped to get a little more for. I bought it as part of a lot of plus size Modcloth items for my closet, but it ended up being like unlined, and though it did have pockets, it had a little bit of wash wear, so I was happy with $32. I sent an offer to likers that morning and someone accepted it. This was a dress that I purchased when I was visiting my mom down south. Ryu is a Modcloth brand. They don't really sell it there anymore, but this particular piece was sold there, and it's sort of like a lace overlay, and this was an offer to likers. This Tahari Jacket was another offer to likers. I was very happy to sell this. It was really gorgeous silk and rayon velvet. A little bit difficult to photograph just because of like the texture of it. I paid $8 for this at a local mom and pop thrift shop, and yeah, I was happy with my return on investment with that one. This next skirt I purchased from, I think it's either ThredUp or Swap. And I think I paid like $2 or $3 for it. It's a Stitch Fix skirt with like a faux leather panel in the front. And someone purchased this when I marked it down for closet clear out, which is great. I marked it down 30% off and someone bought it. These mugs, I had 4 of them. They're all sold now. This one sold. I used closet clear out so that I wouldn't have to pay the shipping discount because it was such a low dollar item to begin with. And someone bought it at $11. This is one of the boutique items I mentioned before. I pay less than $1 for these most of the time. But as you can see from my asking price, I'm not making a ton of money on them, but it's enough that it does get people into my closet and excited to add things to a bundle. And I put in each listing, no offers on boutique items, bundle to save. So I get a lot of people that bundle the items. These Old Navy jeans I found at the Goodwill bins. I bought them for me and they looked terrible on me. So I was happy to go ahead and sell these. These sold during the closet clear out, I believe. Yeah, because it was more than 5 months old and somebody purchased them. So I was very happy to see that. For $115. There's a pair of these Chelsea Crew heels. I purchased these on Poshmark, and then I just didn't enjoy the height of the heel. So those, and this black Closet London dress, and then a very similar blue one from the same brand. These, I believe I paid $13 each for. I will pay up for this brand. I consistently get enough for it that it makes sense for me. And then this dress, which I purchased for myself, I thought it was cotton. The seller didn't have a lot of information in the description, and it was like it was a synthetic either way. So I went ahead and put that on Poshmark, and those 4 items sold together for $115 via a customer bundle and then sending me an offer. Oops. This 41 Hawthorne dress took a really long time to sell. I was kind of surprised. I thought my modeled shot did it justice, but it had been listed since April. And this one sold with the price drop, closet clear out. Okay. The next is a 2-item bundle, and that was this cat pin and these squirrel earrings, and they bundled them and offered $16, and I accepted. This bullshit remover pin sold with an offer to like her. And this Modcloth owl sweater was pretty cool. It had the sequin owl on the front, and that one sold via, I believe, offer from Bauer. So it was $22, and I did not pay a shipping discount on that one. And this Juicy Couture scarf sold with an offer from a customer, $10. Mostly I add scarves to my Posh closet to provide stuff for people to bundle. I get a majority of them at the bins, or I pay under $2 for them. So really, if they bundle them, it brings up the value of the bundle, and I'm able to negotiate a better price for other items that are in the bundle that say I want to get more for. $5. So it's this Kate Spade pom-pom beanie, new with tags, and this vintage scarf. This duvet cover was mine, and we just decided not to use it, mostly because we don't like putting duvet covers on. So I had listed this one back in June, and I had gotten some lower offers on it, but I really wanted a higher price for it, and someone finally offered me $50, and that was the best offer I had gotten, so I went ahead and accepted that. This is another item that was mine. I got it from Modcloth. It was, more on the basic side. I didn't pay a ton for it, probably less than $11, and I had worn it a couple of times last year, so I was happy to give the buyer to accept their offer of $11. Okay, the next was three or four items that sold together. There was this corgi pin, these cactus earrings, and these vintage white rabbit earrings, and that sold for $36 for that bundle of three. This sold with a markdown from Closet Clear Out. I had it listed at $15, marked it down to $13, and someone purchased. It was another boutique item. Again, another boutique item. This one was an offer. I have these listed for $12, and I sent out an offer to likers for $10 with a shipping discount. Again, I'm not making a ton of money on these things, but it's good for bringing people into my closet. These were a bins find. I was happy to sell them with winter coming up, and they had just been listed in October, and I believe I sent out a 20% offer, so they were priced at $26. I sent out a $20 offer with a shipping discount. Oh. There was this Frida Kahlo pin and this Italian leather crossbody. This Anthropology dress, which was mine, and it didn't have pockets, so even though I loved it, I just didn't wear it enough. I decided to let it go. This J. Crew sweater I didn't get quite as much for as I wanted, and there was a little bit of activity around it that weekend. A couple of people had bundled it, but this was sort of the only person who was able to buy that weekend, and the offer was sort of like the minimum of what I would take, so I went ahead and accepted a $58 offer on this one. The next sold in a bundle of three items. It was three pins. There was this one, and Fox in the Vines, all sold together. Someone offered me $20, and I went ahead and accepted that. This was my only full price sale from the weekend. It was these waterproof lace-up boots. They sold for the full asking price of $78. This hat was an offer from a buyer. It was a little bit less than I wanted, but when I looked up the RN number, it was actually just a Walmart brand, and it did have a little spot on the underneath the brims, so I went ahead and accepted a $9 offer on that one. This was a retail arbitrage item. I bought them last year at the end of the season for $5 each. I bought 5 of them, and I have one left. This one I accidentally sent out an offer for $19. I meant to do $22, but someone accepted it, so I just rolled with it. I'm not going to cancel their order or anything. Here, this Anthropology dress was an older one. The brand is Laureate Lane, and you can kind of see these tags are like really old. This would be like either late 90s or early 2000s piece. I've never been able to find the name of it, so I'm sure it was before they had everything on the internet. And it was just a really comfortable, cozy sweater dress, and it was mine. And it just didn't fit me anymore, so I decided to let it go. I added this belt on and included it with the listing and sold it for $35. This was a bundle of 2 Eddie Bauer vintage high-waisted pants. They're corduroy. I found 3 pairs of these, all in the same size, different colors, and someone bought 2 of them, which I had hoped that they would be bundled, so I was happy for this. They offered me $50 for the bundle of 2. It was green and black, and again, I bought these at the bins, so that was a great sale for me. This one, I was really glad that it sold. I purchased this when I was on my way to a Posh and Sip in Rhode Island, and I'd stopped at the Goodwill in the Giant Goodwill in Boston, and this was new with tags. It retailed for $2.25. It was $6, and I went ahead and decided to try it. I thought it had that kind of 90s look, but when I got it home and got it on my dress form, I just kind of regretted getting it, but it did sell for $54, so it worked out for me. This top I bought for myself. I really liked the print, but it was LuLaRoe and I didn't like the fit and I didn't like the polyester. So I popped it up on Posh, and when someone offered me $15, I just went ahead and took it. I did pay $6 for this item, but I was happy to rehome it. The next was an offer from a buyer that I accepted sort of in spite of myself because I wanted to be pushed over the $1,000 mark for the weekend. So I accepted this on Sunday evening at 11 p.m. and it was for 4 items and for $100. So I sold this 60s button-up blouse, this 70s button-up blouse, this sheep sweater, which I had just listed, and this dress, which I had purchased for myself a long time ago, and I've had it for a very long time, and so I was happy to move that. The first 2 shirts were bin shirts. The sweater was actually a bin sweater, and then this one, I think I probably paid like $25 or $35 for it, but it was from my own closet. So in the end, I'm happy that I took that $100 offer and pushed myself over $1,000 for the weekend. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening to all of that. If there was anything that was especially helpful for you, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you really liked about this video or what you didn't like about this video. I'm growing, learning. I want to give you guys information that's going to be useful to you to grow your own business. So just let me know down in the comments what you thought. And again, if you like this video, please hit subscribe, please like, give it a thumbs up. If you want to get notified of when I put out new videos, which is usually every Thursday, but sometimes I do it on a different day, you can hit the bell notification and you'll get a little notification at the top of your YouTube whenever a new video comes out. Or if you have the YouTube app and you have notifications set up there, you'll get a push notification that says that I've published a new video and you can pop over and watch it. Yeah, so that's all I've got for you today, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!